After we finished the two arms and put them aside, so here are the left of the set. So as you see that this is a seat. Inside the seat they are folded with the tailgate and the skirt. I can put it aside and check it later. Just please ignore this name tag because this set is the sampled one that I borrowed from the sample department. So just when I open the seat, put aside these parts for later check. So here are the seats that I need to check. Turn it to the main face and we will start this procedure as below. So right now I will looking straight at the front page, at the face. So now I can start with page, how many for the seat? Page number 7. So as you can see, we will have 3 parts. The rear, you can realize that it is a non-woven because under the name the rear STR there is a series of number. Below it is a main seat. Identify the shape of the fabric. Next is the chase assembly. Has the top stitching. You can also check the top stitching, seam width, the color, and the stitches per inch. Okay, below it is the leg rest. You can turn the page over to page number 8 and see that the leg rest has 3 parts attached to each other. The outer border, the inner border, and the leg rest. Step number 13, 14, and 15. So the first thing is just to count if they have enough parts to assemble or not. So I check it. For checking the parts and assemble, you will have a light force to stretch the parts out to see if there is any seam separation or any color inconsistency defects or fabric defects like this from the right and move to the left. At each part, slightly stretch them out. As well, slightly stretch them out. At the end of the sewing, use a light force to see if they have back tacked it or not. Like this one, back tacking. Turn it over, just check the inside. Similar to the arm, when checking inside, you focus more on the techniques. It is the back sit. What we can see first is the front lining. Yes, identify them at page number 8 with the front lining 2.7. Yeah, this front lining, the shape of it attached to like an L shape here. Step number 5. Step number 12. Stop at this. Step number 12. Stop at this. Check the sewing knot carefully. Correct. Yes, this item is sewn correctly. At the end of the sewing line, just stretch them slightly as well. Stretch them slightly. Move down here. Also the chase lining. They have the chase border assembled to each other by step number 6. Also, you have your hands to feel on both sides from the right and the left if there is any white elastic missing. Down here is a non-woven leg rest back side. Step number 7, like this. Down here is the zipper assembly. Move to page number 9. Yes, where it stop and leave open at the notch. Zipper direction. Correct. The inner sewer, no defects. Okay. You can also check the parts here with the step number 14, 15, and 13, 14, and 15, like I said before, in page number 8, they will have the sew line here on the outer border. Yeah, always check the seam width and the seam separation. So, one more step to measure the white elastic. If it does have the same length according to the sew knot or not, like this. Okay, so basically I will have it finished at this point. Put it aside to the back. This is the back as they originally placed in the kit. And now I will start with the back of the back. For the seat, I forgot to do the gathering measurements. You can add it later when you perform by yourself. At the back, so you see it is the outside back here at the glass in page 11, sewn together with the wing. So you just kind of stretch them slightly here to see the seam separation. Okay, move from the right to the top and down to the left like this. Then you can consider in page number 11 to where to stop it. It stops right here when you sew the outside back with the end back, because step number 8 tells you where to stop it at the notch. Okay, also you have step number 7 here. Step number 7, correct. Step number 9 for the non-woven. Remember, on the non-woven we have a notch. According to the drawing in the sewing note, the 4 holes, the position of the 4 holes, the notch of the non-woven. Yes. Then you can move to the back, to the front. At the front, we have the upper border. Please identify it here, position here. This is the upper border. Upper back, lower back, side border, patch. Similarly from the left and the right. Okay. So, and no defects from the outlook. And the gathering from the outlook is also even. Then I will move to the inner, turn it inside out. And the first thing is the zipper assembly. In what page? Page 13 is the zipper assembly. So please, when you see everything from the inside, check the seam width, stitches per inch. Any stitch is skipped from notch to knot. Turn seam. The turn seam on the back is demonstrated. Oh, it is not demonstrated here. So you don't have to care about the turn seam on the back. Just follow it as other people's experience, that we open the seam to the both ends. Okay. Look at the page 13. Upper lining assembly, zip operation. Okay. The inner STR, which means step number 11. Be careful to use a slight force to check the back tack here. Move here, notch to notch. And you can also measure the gathering here. You identify that the back has some areas need to be gathering. So use a tab here to measure it. Normally, as normal experience, we will know the gathering measurement is correct or not, because if the notch from this part to this part is perfectly fit, so it is gathered correctly. So we move down to the lower lining assembly. Yes, and the zipper direction is correct too. Okay. You can pay attention to step number 11 and number 12. Number 12, attach the inner STR to the back main fabric. And number 11, attach two things to each other. The upper assembly and the lower assembly. So this is here. This line is number 11. Oh, number 11, attach 3 parts together. The upper, the inner STR, and the lower. So this one, and the inner, yeah, attached together with the step number 11. Yep. Then you can finish your checking. You also have 2 items left. Put them aside, put it together. This one I borrowed because our set of sample is not completed. So for the skirt and the tailgate, the skirt and the tailgate, skirt here, page 21. This is the direction of the skirt. Please be noticed that the nap direction is from here to here. If your hand feels it does not stiff, so this nap direction is correctly. The direction is from here to here. Okay, the shape perfect. Stitches per inch. Any seam separation. Can stretch them slightly to check the back tag. Next, the tailgate. The tailgate, we use the glass technique method. Okay. So this one. Oh, I borrowed the wrong one. Oh, this is the old tailgate. I can submit the tailgate checking later for you guys. So we finished a kit. We finished a kit of sample.